Welcome to my layout. It's meant to be Austria. Started off in the 1990s, but I must admit there's some things going to the 2000s. So you know the era is a bit loose, sort of 1990s to sort of early 2000s, let's say. So there's some things that would conflict, wouldn't have seen one another in rolling stock and things like that, but I'll just give you a general rundown. What you see here is the buffer stops end of branch terminus. There's a junction station as well, which we'll come to. This isn't finished at all. The whole layout isn't finished. There's detail things to add, but what you see here is the end of the line. And the green coaches and the like over the back are engineers' vehicles. There's a sleeping coach, sleeping accommodation and things like that. And on the left is a warehouse, and the building you see in the background is railwaymen's accommodation, and that platform that the engineers' vehicles are against used to be a military thing. There's tanks loaded and that sort of thing, if you go back far enough, which I don't. But there you go, that's my theory. And where we see all the trees growing up at the back, that used to be open for access, but it's got overgrown over the years, which is very convenient because I haven't got the depth to do any more with it. Right, we'll swing around a bit. And we get the station building here. I can't remember what kit that is. Had it so many years and used it on something else. I just can't remember whose it is, but I've done some modifications to it, and that's for the station building over here. Nothing fantastic at all about that. Just now this branch terminus is about 12 foot long. The whole layout room, as it were, is about 17 foot long by just over 9 foot wide. Moving around a bit more. The church over there is a kit, and the graveyards in Austria are extremely well kept, and to be honest with you, I didn't fancy doing all the fiddly modelling of one of their graveyards, so my usual trick is hide what I don't want to do behind trees, and that's what you've got there. And although you see a goods train here, the diesel on the front, it is electrified, overhead electric, so it's not always the case, but you do sometimes get a diesel freight work off the through from the other branch that you'll see later on. So there we go. The siding that you see over the back used to go to something like a old army camp or something like that, but is now used for industrial purposes. The signals, by the way, do work. Don't know if you can see that or not, but yeah. And not only the main aspects, but the shunt signal as well. And they are locked to a certain extent with the points, so you can't get a signal if the points aren't right, but they don't, not necessarily backlocked. It's not perfect by any means. That goods just might as well leave to show you where that comes out at the junction station. This is ordinary analogue, there's no DCC and certainly no sound or anything like that. It's just an actual grumble of the motor. Anyway, there it is, it's leaving now. The branch comes out at the back of the layout there, having gone around the end of the room, and comes out of the tunnel into the junction station. Right, now there is another branch which is diesel only, although the overhead mast go for a little while way for shunting purposes. That's diesel operated only, and that goes around the back there. Right, the diesel work branch goes around there behind the signal box, behind those trees, and it goes over a bit of a gorge behind those other trees on a bridge, and it's meant to look as if it carries straight on, where in fact it goes round the corner underneath some of the trees. And actually, if you could see the end of that bridge, the end of the bridge is cut away so as I can get it round the corner, but there you go, that's what the basis of it is. And we'll come to the main line, which is in the front in a minute. Now, just to show you, beneath the scenic part of the layout is a storage loop area, and they run the full length of the underneath the junction there, and there's 12 loops plus a few bits and pieces, and that is basically to feed the main layout. Move it, but train is now going out the other end of there underneath, and it's making its way up the gradient that's hidden underneath the branch terminus. There's more storage here, as you can see. Out from the unscenic bit into the scenic junction. Now, although it does technically make a loop with the downstairs storage bit, as it were, I don't go for that. I don't generally operate it round and round. I like to work a service. It's just my thing. I like operating as a service, sort of connecting passenger trains and things like that. Not sure what this is going to look like, because I've done is balance the camera on the track, but you can see the it's just going out the other end, along the main line this time, not the branch, and then it disappears underneath the branch and goes down to the storage loops underneath again. And here we are underneath the branch baseboards, with it coming down the hill to go down into the storage loops. I am the most untidy person on the planet. If you saw the rest of this, you would see what I mean, but there you go. So we'll finish up with the diesel rail car coming in. I haven't run a service for you, but just giving you a general idea of what the layout is like. It keeps me off the streets, as they say. Thanks for watching.